Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, this is our first tutorial session. It is Thursday, the 22nd of August, the year 2019.
Hi.
Now, I will be sending this link home to my tutorial group, so I'm going to address it to everyone. My tutoring for the first half of the year, probably till after Christmas, will be mostly skills. Like today, we're going to do subtraction with regrouping. Talk through it, and then I'll give you some practice on it. After Christmas, we'll probably work on some more word type problems in case there's some sort of silly test or something we have to take that has words on it. I don't know. But if we have to, if there's something like that, I don't know. So we're going to start off subtraction with regrouping. I'm going to put a problem up here. Actually, I'm going to do two problems. I'm going to work them out. I don't want you to write. I want you to listen. I'm going to talk through them step by step. It may seem like I'm going slowly, but I need to make sure you have these skills. So we'll start out with 780 subtract 167. 780 subtract 167. No, I want you just to watch, because I'm going to explain through it. I'm going to over-explain. You're going to think, shut up, Mr. McMurdo, because I'm going to talk so much about each problem so that you get a thorough understanding of what we're doing. Because I don't want you to just say, well, I cross off the 8, make it a 7, and make that a 10. No. There's reasons why you do that. You have to know the reason why, because then you can internalize it and it'll make sense. Okay, so I start all the way on the right. I have 0 ones and 7 ones. If I had $1 in my pocket, Bebek could not run up to me and take 7 of them away, because I only have 0. So now, I'm going to change, let's think of this as money. I'm going to change one $10 bill, and I'm going to make that, instead of 8, I have 7 $10 bills. But I can't just throw away that other $10 bill. I'm going to change it to ones. So instead of 0 ones, I now have 10 ones. Because I took the 10 from here, broke it into ones, and put it here. Now, I can find the difference between 10 and 7, correct? What is the difference between 10 and 7? Nick?
One's 10 and one's 7.
Yes, but what's it subtracting? What's the difference? Nick?
1 is a bigger number than a smaller number.
Okay, good. Can you subtract that for me? 10 minus 7?
Yeah.
Okay, what
Minus
is
7 is 4. Yeah, 3.
3? Okay. And when I say what's the difference in math, that's asking you to subtract. So if I said the difference between 9 and 6, that just, if I said what's the difference between 9 and 6, that just means you subtract. Okay? Now, Nick, we have the difference between 7 and 6 is?
1.
1. And the difference between 7 and 1 is?
6.
6. So we have the difference between 780 and 167 is 613. But because we know sometimes we make silly mistakes, we like to check our work. We're going to check it with the inverse operation. Does anybody know what the inverse operation for subtraction is?
Oh, adding?
Adding. It's addition. Good. So I'm going to take my difference, which is 613. And I never remember, but one of these is called the minuend and one is called the subtrahend. I don't remember which is which. But I'm going to take my smaller number of 167.
And add it?
And I'm going to find the sum of these two numbers. If I did everything right, it should be 780. So let's look. Will you help me with this?
Yes.
3 plus 7 is
10.
10. Now that means I have 10 ones. I can't write 10 in the ones place. So I take and I move 10 over here. That means I have 0 ones, and then I have 1 10. Now I have 1 plus 1 plus 6.
8.
8. So I have 8 tens. 8 tens I can put right there. I don't have to carry anything over. And I have 6 hundreds plus 100, and I get
7.
7 hundreds.
780.
780, 780. So it works perfectly. But again, listen to the words I'm using. Listen to the reason that you regroup. And I know it's called borrowing sometimes, but it's actually regrouping. All right, so we have 900 subtract 678. Now I'm going to work this one too. We're going to talk through it, and then I'm going to give you 4 or 5 to do. I'll give you time to do it, and then we'll go over them.
Okay.
Make sense? All right. So let's call Bassett. I have 0 ones. You come and beat me up and try to take 8 ones from me. Can you do that? No. So I need to regroup, right? So I need to take 1 from my tens. Okay, but I have 0 tens. So you can't come beat me up and take 0 tens from me. I don't have anything. You'll just beat me up and get nothing. So now I need to take from my hundreds. Got $900 bills. It's not going to work for me. I'm going to change my hundreds to a... Hey, babe, can I call you back? All right, I'm tutoring. Thank you. All right, bye. All right, so I'm going to take my $100 bill, and now I have $800 bills, and I'm going to trade that in. So the one I took away, I have a $100 bill, and I'm taking it for tens. So I add 10 tens to what I already have, and I already have 0. So that means now I have 10 tens. So $800 bills and 10 $10 bills still equals 900. But wait, Bassett, we still can't subtract here, right? So now I need to take one of those $10 bills away. So now I have 9 $10 bills. I'm taking that $10 bill, I'm trading it in for ones, and I take those ones, and now I make this 10. So now I have $800 bills, 9 $10 bills, and 10 $1 bill. And I still have $980. I didn't change it. All right, now Bassett. If I have 10 and I subtract 8, I get 2. So I have 2 ones. If I have 9, I subtract 7 and I get 2. So I have 2 tens. If I have 8 and I subtract 6, I get 2. So 222. Yes, ma'am.
So even if you take away the middle 0, it's still gonna be 9 because the 0 still counts as a 10.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
We're going to check it. 678 plus 222. And why don't you help me here? 8 plus 2 is?
0.
It's 10. So I have 10 ones, which means I just make that into 110. 1 plus 7 plus 2 is 10. So I have 10 tens, which I just trade that in for 100. 1 plus 6 plus 2 is? 9. So I have 900s. Who wants to carry around all those ones and tens and all that crazy stuff? Nobody. But who's ever seen a $100 bill? Not me. I'm just saying. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to put 4 problems up here. Those of you watching at home, write down these 4 problems, because after I put them up there, I'm going to pause the video, and I'm going to let the thousands and thousands of students that are staying in here, let them solve these 4 problems, and then we'll go over them. I'll unpause the video. So here are our 4 problems. That's the first one. So you have a piece of paper. If you don't have one, get one from over by the window. So, those of you in my class, go ahead and solve those 4 problems. If you're watching at home, make sure you get them written down. I'm going to pause the video. I'm going to give those here and you at home time to solve these 4. If you're at home, you're going to want to pause the video too, because when I unpause it and I start working them out, it's going to be running right away. So, you know, I'm just saying. And we're back! We're going to go over these 4 problems. I'll be happy to stop if you have questions. If you have questions at home, sorry, can't help you. Yamame. All right, we're going to start with the first one, the difference between 360 and 151. Since we have 4 problems, we're going to, you just did the last one, right? So we'll start here and go here, and then I'll put a last one up just for you. All right, so you're going first, right?
What?
Is that what I said?
Yeah, you said you're going
He's
this way.
going first.
Okay, Nick. If I have 0 ones, can I take 1 away?
No.
No. So I'm going to borrow from the 10. So now I only have 5 10s. I got to take the extra 10 and put it over here. So now instead of 6 10s, I have 5 10s and 10 ones. Now, can I find the difference between 10 and 1?
Yeah.
What is it, Nick?
9.
9. Now I have the difference between 5 and 5,
And that's 0.
and that's 0. And the difference between 3 and 1,
Is 2.
2. 209. And I'm going to check it by doing the inverse operation of addition. And Nick, 9 plus 1 is
10.
10, so I have 10 ones. Or I have 0 ones and 1 10. 1 10 plus 5 10s is?
6.
6 10s, I have 6 10s. 200s plus 100 is?
300.
300. My sum is the same as the number I started with, so boom shakalaka, we're good. All right, you go ahead and help me with this one. 0 ones, subtract 6 ones.
Can't do that.
Can't do that. So I have to take one of my 10s. So now I have 6 10s instead of 7 10s, but I can't just change that. I got to take 10 of those, or one of those 10s, and change it into 10 ones. So I add 10 ones to whatever's here. And since there's 0 there, now I just have 10 ones. 10 ones subtract 6 ones is?
4.
4 ones. 6 10s subtract 1 10 is?
5.
5 10s. 600 subtract 100 is?
5.
500s. I'm going to check it with the inverse operation. 4 ones plus 6 ones is?
10.
Or 0 ones and 1 10, because I don't want to walk around with 10 ones in my pocket. Man, well, I never have that problem. I'm just saying. 1 10 plus 5 10s plus 1 10.
Plus 7.
7 10s. 500s plus 100.
6.
6. And those two are the exact same. My sum is the same thing I started with. All right. 206. Subtract 184. I need to take my ones. I have 6 ones. Can you beat me up and take 4 of them?
Yes.
Yes. So how many do I have left after you beat me up and take 4 of them?
2.
2. Stop beating me up all the time. I have 0 10s. I need to take 8 10s away. Can I do that? No. That means I need to take one of my hundreds. I'm taking the 100, so I only have 1 left. I'm taking that 100 and I'm changing it in for 10 10s. I add my 10 10s to whatever's here. So now I have 10 10s. I have 10 10s, subtract 8 10s, and I get?
2.
2 10s. 100, subtract 100, and I get?
0.
0. I don't have anything there. I do the inverse operation to check it. 2 1s plus 4 1s is?
6.
6 1s. 8 10s plus 2 10s is?
2, 2, 1.
10.
10. So that's 100. 100 plus 100 is?
200.
200. So those match up. My sum is the same as what I began with. And eeny, meeny, miny, mo, both of you. I have 5 ones. Subtract 4 ones. How many ones do I have?
1.
Well, you're not participating. I called them both of you. 1 1. I have 2 ones. I subtract 1 1. I have 1 1. 6 1 or 7 ones. I subtract 6 ones, and I have
1.
1 1. We're gonna check it by the inverse operation. And 1 plus 4 ones is
5.
5 ones. 1 plus 1 is?
2.
Or, sorry, 110 plus 110 is? 2 tens. And 100 plus 600 is?
7.
700s. So hopefully here, this helped you. Hopefully those of you at home, this helped you. Next Thursday, we'll work on another skill. I'll decide which one later, probably in the middle of the night when I take a dream. Boom! Shakalaka, peace out. God bless. Love you. Do something kind today.